Welcome to Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic Super Ultra Mega Waka Waka Woohoo Awesome Day Haul! Now, this was a specific day to go thrifting. Now, a friend of mine, a family friend, always kind of mentioned that it's like, someday I'm going to take you to Savers. And I'd passed them on various trips to the city, so I knew I've seen the buildings, but I've never ever been in one. And she's like, oh, I found this at Savers, and I found that at Savers. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's like, oh, someday I'll take you. And I'm like, okay, great. In one ear, out the other. So the last time we went to the summer home, she's like, we're gonna put it on the calendar. We're gonna do a thrifting outing. And I wish I could have vlogged, because it was it was us, which is hysterical in itself, but she doesn't like cameras, so that is why I didn't even attempt to try. So that is what we did today for 5 hours. We first went to the Goodwill outlet. Now, I don't know how many of these there are, and I think this is fairly new locally. Now, supposedly, what doesn't sell in the actual Goodwills goes to this place, where they dump them into, they look more like sleds, and they put the sleds on the tables, and you have a certain amount of time to kind of go rummage through them, and then, I guess it changes depending on who's working. They'll yell something, and then they'll take out an old sled and bring in a new one, but of course you have the same, crazy people that sort of flock, and they're kind of elbowing out of the way, and you buy whatever it is, you pay for it by the pound. And jewelry is, what did she say, 25 cents a pound? And books, I don't remember, I think it was still $2 or $4, something like that. So we hoarded our carriage, and our stuff together came to $8 or something like that. And it's so awesome. But we got sick of dealing with the people. So we went to Savers, where we found some really cool stuff, and something that will solve a problem for the bazaars coming up shortly. And then I introduced her to the wonder of shop kicking. And come on, people. Either don't buy a Windows phone if you want to have any useful apps whatsoever, or Windows, develop the same apps that the Android and the iPeople are using. So we went to the mall that was right where we ate, and we did shop kicking. It's like, you want to see how this works? And it's like a treasure hunt, and it was so fun to have somebody that kind of enjoyed it the same way I would. So that was fun right there. So we were traipsing through the mall, and so it's like, I want to do that too. I'm trying to find it on our Windows phone. You can't do the Walmart app on the Windows phone. You can't do the Shopkick app on the Windows phone. There was a certain app she did for what she does for work. I don't think that worked on the Windows phone. The Walmart app? Come on. So I told her. So it's like, okay, I'm the electronics expert in the family. Next time we phone shop, you're getting Android. So that was base of reference for today. So for that, this most likely being part 1, because this is a shit ton of stuff, I will start with the random stuff that I got previously at the Will, normally. So this I picked up for Mother, because I forbid sunflowers in my dwelling. And this was $1, and I figure she can hang it outside and stick the fake plants in it, so that just had Mother written all over it. And being the holiday season, this will be in the Watto gifts to be given. They had one that said petunia or geranium or something like that, but I'm like... And I found this, I think for $1, and this is going to be used for sea salt. So they come in the big things, so this be a nice thing for sea salt. So that shall be going into the wash. And it's funny too, when you go to the outlet, the prices of what was, when they were on the shelf are still on there, so that was pretty kind of cool. See, these two things came from the Savers, and they're kind of priced more like Salvation Army, but a little more reasonable. I didn't really look at the clothes all that much, but the first thing, of course, for people like us, it's a wonder we made it to the rest inside of the store, because the first thing you see was books. And me and Jean are both, book whores. So she's the one that actually stumbled across this one. And I'm kind of reading through it now. I'm about halfway through. And I have Dragonology, definitely Piratology, which I think made it into a haul, and Fairyology, which I found at a tag sale. And this is sort of in that same line. It's like a simpler version. Oh, little schmutz on the back there. That's okay. And studying earth-based religions as I've been, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It's based on some of the facts where you got the earth, air, fire, and water, and the symbolism is correct. But it's made stupid by, like, fairy tailing it. I don't know. I suppose any kid wouldn't really quite know, but it's just sort of like, and it's supposedly written by Merlin. Apprentice wizards who have real wizardology and feel ready to take on further challenges will find within the pages of this book 24 lessons on the ancient wizardological arts. As I will, so mote it be. Merlin, Anno Domini, 1577. So it does take pieces of those religions and kind of, it doesn't really twist them, but kind of takes away some of the legitimacy of it. But I don't know. I've been finding it pretty cool. And it has like the little bits and pieces of the things that I like. So, and these are $2 a piece. And this was originally $12.99. So, been enjoying that one. And the other one I found myself, and it is The Runes of Elfland, written by Ari Burke and drawn by Brian Froud. Now, if anybody has ever known Labyrinth, Froud is the artist Jim Henson based the characters on. I don't know if he did anything with Dark Crystal, if he was the same artist or not. So, the font's kind of weird. Any place may provide a door to Elfland if the right runes are known. If the right stories are spoken, a rune, a shard, an image, a sound, a memory, all of these will help you to enter the land of the telling. Cast about in your mind for clues. You may have encountered one of these landscapes before in a dream. A single word can be a word, and every letter a land. So, I'm not quite sure, but it just visually appealed to me. Oh, the pages stick together. The telling runes. And I think it might be along the same kind of lines, kind of based in the real mythology, but I don't know. This looks very, very interesting, so I don't know if it's a storybook or what, but it's Brian Froud, so that's why I grabbed it. So, don't know what this was originally. Well, it's under BG Occult, so kind of displeased by that word. It sounds like it's supposed to, occult usually means evil, but that's not quite what the actual books are. Like, I don't know. English stupid. And this was originally $25. Okay, that's a picture of Brian Froud if you've ever seen. So I recognize him. The Pressed Fairy Book. I think I've come across that. Lady Cottington's Pressed Fairy Book, where it's kind of set up in that same style, of course, as Froud, but the fairies are like in the book, like you squished them in the pages. It's funny and disturbing at the same time. So, I have come across that. Okay, these things I came across in Savers, and their prices I think are a little bit lower for shoes, or equal anyways, but I'd have more. Now, I debated whether getting one or the other, but when I calculated in my head the stuff that I got, it fit under the budget. So everything I got today fit under my $20 budget, thanks to Jean, who bought my first pile of stuff. So I picked up a pair of these, and they're, of course, Osiris. So these are the shoes I kind of keep in my room here if I need a quick escape here. And these I got at the church for nothing. God, how many years have I had those? And of course, I come across another Osiris in red and black, and these are leather. And these were in like the boys department, and I think these were $5. I don't know why they have the whole Harley Quinn thing going there, but I think I'm gonna. I like the black lace better than the red, so I'll put the laces all together. And I tried it on. I'm like, what the hell's in the foot there? It was a Nerf dart. so these would be like my winter sneaker boots. So I really love these. So And these, I think, were in the boys section. But they just go with medium. So it's a leather upper. But there's no really, you know, size to them. But they fit perfectly fine. Actually, a little big, so they might even be an 8. So, another pair of Osiris sneakers. Oh yeah, so these are like $50 originally. So I got like $100 worth in shoes anyways. And I paid $15, but that's with the books and the other stuff I got. So, of course, these had to come home with me too, because I put them on, they were just so comfy. And these are some more Chucks. And I like the gray, because that would have gone. So these will probably wear tomorrow. And I kind of like, they're a little small, but these are like 3.5, and I usually take a 4 in kids. But not like horribly so. So they're still kind of comfy. But I like the elastic band kind of thing going here. So I don't have to deal with the, you know, the laces or something. It's nice to have a pull-on shoe, especially when I wear gray a lot. So that's the main reason I got these. So these I think will get a lot of wear. And these are pretty, they feel thicker than a normal Chuck too. And they're padded kind of around here, so that was cool. So I think these were what? $3.99, and I think those are $4.99. And it's about the same price in the Will, so $100 right here, or at least with the Osiris. 50 here, 50 there. So and there's always room for, you know, one more Chuck. So whee. Okay, do I have a little more time? No. I'll squeak in a couple more, and then this bag came from the Christmas tree shop for a whopping 30-something cents. So I needed the bag to carry my haul, but I wanted the bag to put like the stuff I'll put my stuff out on, so the less I have to carry the better. So that's the main reason. And this was only $1 originally too, and that's a nice big ass bag, so very happy. So this is the thing that I wanted the bag for, and that came in Savers, and I wasn't quite sure how to display my notebooks that I had, you know, made. And I'm like, well, I've got, like, I could dig out those things that you squish books together, bookends. And it's like, well, they're kind of heavy, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to have to pull them out. So I wasn't quite sure what to do. But this will be perfect as soon as I figure out how this works. Now Jean thought it was a drying rack for plates, and this part comes down. So this will be perfect. So I plan on, oh, come here, displaying, I think, some of my books in a this-away direction. There you go. Then maybe some of the other ways, and then I can fit some random stuff down below. So that's perfect. Ouch! And this was half off, actually, so I think I only paid $2.50 for it. So, and the fact that it folds up is so freaking helpful. But I would think that the dishes would fall through. So, I don't know. And would you want to dry dishes on a wooden drying rack? Though I suppose you dry undies on the wooden one. I do not know. It was what? $4, so I only paid $2. And it solved the problem, which is awesome. And it fits just right in that bag, so that helps. Scroll that later. Okay, so that was so worth the day, because day after tomorrow's when the thing actually is. So, any help there? Okay. Last thing for this one, and then I'll do part 2. And this was like the first thing I got at the outlet store. So, a slightly pissed off vampire bat. But I thought he was cute, and he needed a home. The Toy Factory. Is this something you would get out of the, like, claw machine? I don't know. But I like bats, and I have a home for him. So, he'll hang out with the other bats in the living room. So, he shall bid you adieu for this part 1 of Ultra Mega Super Wonderful. Ha 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 ha! Thank you for watching. Do remember to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. There's always room for one more at the Strange and Exotic. And stay tuned for part 2. See you next time. Bye.